What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back because I received some pushback. I know. To me, I thought it was a good video that I did on Martell, Arionne, and Melody, where I basically stated to you all that Martell Holt's main mission, okay, was to break down his ex-wife, Melody, okay? Now, I received a message from somebody, honey, okay? I ain't gonna shout you out, but the person basically said to me, Ms. Robinson, Martell did Melody the way that he did is because, Melody is too caught up in her masculine energy, okay? And Martell, he is a man. He likes feminine energy, okay? And that's where Arionne comes into play. And I said, okay, I see what you saying, honey, but Miss Robinson don't understand, that foolishness, okay? Because we heard Martell tell Melody over and over again, you ain't cooking enough, you ain't sucking me up enough, honey, okay? He couldn't get enough sex through the week. Melody was always out working, and then, he would always say, I'm the dominant parent, I'm the one that's taking care of the kids, and I'm doing everything, and she's just out working and neglecting my needs, and Arionne was there to meet my needs. And a lot of you all, it's unfortunate, but a lot of you all feel like, Arionne played her role to the best of her ability. She was more feminine. She was more nurturing. She was more compassionate, caring, loving, giving, and sensitive to Martell's needs, whereas Melody wasn't. She had more masculine traits. She was a leader. She was a problem solver. She was out here, starting multiple, different businesses. She has a lot of different streams of income, and, I guess some of y'all feel like Martell was threatened by that. But see, this is the thing, right? If you didn't like who your wife was becoming, then why did you, number one, marry her? Because you had a choice. And then number two, after you guys became married after a few years, you didn't like how shit was going. You could have filed for divorce, sir. Okay, like the excuses that you people make for this man, it don't make any sense to me. Okay, I don't understand it. Now, are there some, masculine women out in the world? Yes, I told y'all. One of the biggest examples is Kenya Moore. Look at that whole situation with her and Mark Daly. How she sat at that table and told him, I've been a corporation for most of my life, and I have this in the bank, and I've always had a career. And, she kept throwing her money and stuff in his face. That type of stuff, you guys, I don't agree with. I also, though, I don't agree with the notion that everybody, every man is 100% masculine and every woman is 100% feminine. If you're smart enough, you will know that we all have both of those traits, right? It's all about balance, though, right? Now, a lot of people, honey, they would argue that, when it comes to Kenya Moore and Mark Daly, they just didn't need to be married. They both are narcissists. They both are toxic. I can agree with some of that, but I do feel like her marriage to him probably would have went differently if she would have acted differently, okay? You cannot be throwing, your money in your man's face, and I got this, and I'm the one that got that, and the bitch sitting up here now wondering why she ain't got no damn village. Okay, you claim you got everything. Okay, so allow, the man to help out and be a man. Like, I understand that, right? Because if you compare her to like a Kandi and Todd, And I know some of y'all like, why you bringing Kandi and Ty? You know, Kandi is a sugar mama. Kandi ain't no sugar mama, honey, okay? Kandi knows how to pick and choose her battles. And you don't never really see her throwing her money, you know, in Ty's face. Now, we did see, you know, when she was trying to get him to sign that prenup and brother man didn't want to really sign it, you know, but we saw that, but we never seen Kandi be like, well, you ain't shit, and I'm the one that got all this money, and I'm the one that's famous, and I'm the one with this, that, and the third, and you ain't got the, you know, like breaking that man down. You know what I'm saying? Like putting him in lowest terms. You've never seen Kandi do that. She talks about that man like, you know, he's her man and he's her partner and he is just as good as she is. You know, to me, that's being positive, honey. Okay, with the man that you with. Now, honey, according to Miss Shira71, honey, y'all know who Shira is, honey. I like Shira. I do feel like she teaches a lot of good things, you guys, on her channel. You know, she really does have a really good message to women. I don't think she's just a gold digger. I've liked some of her spiritual videos, but I do like some of what she says about being a feminine woman, because I do think that is true as far as if you're looking good and, you know, talking a certain way to your man, you know, that will help you more with your man than being just masculine and arguing with him all the time, putting him down, trying to compete with him, yada, yada, yada. You know, I do agree, you know, with the basics of what Shira says, right? Because, and I say that because I saw a video where Shira was kind of saying some stuff along the lines of, oh, well, you know, when it comes to your man, you know, let him talk about his career. You shouldn't be bringing up your career and your money. And now, of course, you shouldn't do what Kenya did, which is throw it all in the man's face. And, you know, you shouldn't do that. I'm not saying do that. But I think that in a relationship, both people can, you know, shine. The man can shine. The woman can shine. I don't think it should only be about a man just because he's a man. And like you heard in that Deb Cooper video, I'm getting ready to play both of them, you guys, Shira and Deb. But in the Deb Cooper video, she's just like, I'm not about to dumb down who I am for some man just because he's a man and he got a penis and he ain't proved himself. Because, you know, a lot of people have the attitude that, you know, your man should be the leader in the relationship. You know, simply just because he has a penis. I do not agree with that. You need to prove yourself. You need to be intellectual. You need to make good decisions. You can't be out here simping and thinking you pimping, honey. Okay? Like some of y'all are these really big simps. Okay? Like, I'm not gonna let you control a damn thing. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna get ready to play the clip from Shira, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
Are women too masculine? I run into so many people who have issues, especially women who get consultations from me. One of their biggest problems is how to become more feminine, or they don't even really know that they're too masculine. And why they can't keep a man, why they can't attract a certain type of man, and why they're not getting the results that they really want when they're dating, okay? It's because a lot of times ladies are too masculine and they don't even know that they are, okay? So if you don't know if you're masculine or not, the best thing to do is ask someone who's very feminine, you know. Do I act masculine? You know, am I too harsh? Do I act too much like a man? You know, and it might not be what you think it is. You know, for example, a women that curse a lot, that's a masculine trait. Using vulgar language is a very masculine trait.
Now, y'all know I got a problem with that. What's wrong with cursing, honey? Okay? What is wrong with cursing? Now, this is the thing with the cursing. We've talked about it, you guys, about 1,000,000 times. I know for sure on this channel, I am looked at as masculine on the channel though, right? In pictures, you may say, oh, you're pretty, you know, you look feminine, da 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 da. But on the channel, you know, it's a lot of aggression and, you know, masculine energy, and, you know, you're expressing yourself. And, you know, I'm one of those people, though, I feel like this. I would never do a whole bunch of cursing on a date. On my YouTube channel, do I curse? Hell yeah. Am I gonna stop? Hell no. Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. I have a responsibility to be authentic to me. And if you don't like it, you know, you go somewhere else to get your needs met, to get the content that, you know, you want to hear without the cursing. I personally like a little bit of cursing in commentary. I don't have a problem with it. I don't look at somebody because they don't curse in their videos as being feminine or being a good person. I mean, hell, we saw what Michaela Pink, shit, she out here scamming people, and she was all feminine and, you know, teaching you dating tricks and, you know, girl, if you talk like this, if you say it in this voice, and, you know, all of that is manipulation of your mannerisms. To me, it doesn't say you are like feminine. You know, anybody can manipulate their mannerisms. Shira, in my opinion, and she may not know this or care, but Shira is very masculine to me, because who the hell sits on YouTube for 7-8 hours, like on a live? That is masculine. I'm not trying to work that hard. Don't James pay most of the damn bills? James needs to be paying them damn bills. I'm not going to be on here like that. Y'all know I come on here and fool with y'all, but I still, you know, I got other jobs. I'm not trying to be on YouTube 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Now, you know, she's a hustler. You know, I give it to her. She has really made a really lucrative business out of YouTube. You know, she has her own cosmetics line. She got like 2 YouTube channels. Homegirl is doing her damn thing. So all, you know, props and praises to her, but bitch, Miss Robinson ain't trying to work that hard and be on no damn YouTube 9-10 hours a day. And James is paying all the bills and taking care of the kids and making sure they good. No ma'am, Miss Robinson would be living a different life, honey. I may be on here 1, 2, 3 hours, okay? I could see that, but this woman has been on here, you guys, and it be on like the weekend too. It's like, damn, don't you want to travel, or, you know, and I believe she's traveled, you know, through the years. I'm not saying she doesn't get out, but her lifestyle, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but from what I see, I don't want it. Okay? I don't want it. Not all of that. No, that's kind of masculine to me, to be on here all damn day. Shit, Miss Robinson got stuff to do, honey, okay?
Talking really loud and being obnoxious.
That's me too. Look, I know y'all like, damn, you masculine, I'm masculine, everybody masculine. We all have masculine ways. You know, we all have that in us, okay?
Very masculine trait. Trying to tell everyone, you know, what to do and how to do it, and that you have
well, shit, if they ain't doing it right, who gon' tell them? Shit, okay. I see what she's saying, though, you guys. I do see, you know, we've seen these type of women, really bossy, loud, ghetto, you know. I get where she coming from, honey. Miss Robinson sees the message, honey.
All the answers is a very masculine trait. Even if you know all the answers, it's a very masculine trait. Another masculine trait in a woman is someone who talks down to people a lot. No matter what the relationship is, they're always talking down to you. And not that masculine or men talk down to people, but they see themselves as a leader, someone who's in authority over everyone. And that's usually a male characteristic. So they begin to develop this masculine energy. And this masculine energy actually repels other masculine energies. So if you are in the presence of a very masculine man, your energy is going to repel him away from you. Okay? They're not going to want to stay around you very long. They might have an agenda, to get in and get out, but they're not going to be attracted to you in the same way that they would be a feminine woman.
Now, really quickly, I want to kind of break down, you guys, what she is saying, because a lot of people tend to think that a man is masculine even when he displays toxic masculinity. And what I mean by toxic masculinity is this is a man that uses women, okay? This is a man that gets women to pay for his food, gets, them to pay for the dates. This man may act aggressively or passive aggressively, okay? In conversation, omitting facts, saying one thing but meaning another, leaving things out, being secretive is a form of toxic masculinity. Suppressing emotions, not really telling you how, he really feels, but he wants to display anger and physical abuse and verbal abuse. A man is not masculine and he's controlling. That's toxic masculinity. You are not a puppet. You're not a dog. You're not a cat. No man should be controlling you, disrespecting you, cheating on you. There are women that will put up with that, will let their man flirt with other women in front of them, and they'll develop this attitude, oh, he did it to me, I'll do it, I'll do it with one of his family members and we'll see how he likes that. How about you just be strong enough to leave the relationship and find somebody else that will treat you better, So there are a lot of weak, codependent women out here that put up with the toxic masculinity. But if you was to have a conversation with them about what we're talking about, they'll just say, well, that's just my man being a man. And, I'm his woman and I'm up under him. And, I just got to bow down or whatever he say. Bullshiggity. Okay. Somebody done told you wrong. Okay. Another trait of toxic masculinity is men triangulating women. I already told y'all about what Martell Holt did to Melody. He purposely cheated on her to break her down, to make her doubt herself. He was out of his league in terms of dealing with Melody. He knew he wasn't good enough for Melody. And a lot of times, ladies, when a man knows he's not good enough for you, he's going to sabotage the relationship. He's going to cheat. He's going to lie. He's going to say he'll never do it again and keep doing it. This could be a man that has communication problems. You could be telling that man, hey, I need you to call me more, text me more. That type of man in particular that's very sitting there waiting on you to do everything, waiting on you to call, text, apologize first. That's a feminine man. Okay. I done talked about that as well, on this channel. So, you got to look out for those. And while we're talking about feminine men really quickly, a lot of these men, feminine men, they come from masculine mothers. A man's mother is masculine. Just how she carry herself. Hair ain't never done, don't ever put no damn wig on, lipstick, makeup, nothing, loud. She's controlling of her son. She don't want her son giving you nothing. I remember I was dealing with this one guy and I caught her on the phone with her son, telling her son, well, don't be buying her this and don't do this for her. And I even had a conversation with her later on and she was like, well, don't be asking my son for this and that. That ain't his job. And I'm like, well, bitch, am I dating him or are you, or did you just give birth to him? You got a man. Okay. Can you let your son be my man? Damn, I'm confused. But yeah, a lot of these mothers, they think that they are their sons' wives and girlfriends. That's why there's always a divide, you guys. in men's relationships with their mothers, their wives, and girlfriends. That's why, they can't get along, right? Because a lot of these men, they will triangulate their mother. Sometimes they ain't got another woman on their side. On the side, they got their mother. Okay, so anytime, you getting smart with him, or you say or do some shit that he don't like, he run and tell who? Mama. And then mama ringing up your phone, okay? And I know all about that because I done cuss many of mothers out, honey. Miss Robinson, honey, I don't discriminate. Everybody can get cussed out, okay? Come at me the wrong way, honey, all right? And really quickly, another way that you are dealing with a feminine man is he wants to argue with you all the time instead of, resolving issues, communicating in a healthy manner. He would rather argue, use the silent treatment, punish you. He wants to engage in some type of controlling power struggle with you. So that means you may have had a conversation with him about something and you tell him you didn't like his tone, or you don't like the fact that he don't call or text you enough. Just little stuff like that. Instead of them correcting the behavior, a lot of times what they'll do is keep doing whatever the hell they was doing, which is nothing. So, you won't see a change in the behavior at all, because this feminine man, he has to, be right in the situation. So, he wants to argue with you, or he just doesn't want to change. He doesn't see a problem with his ways. So that is why a lot of our relationships are not working out, because some of us women, we are a lot more masculine than we are feminine. It just depends on how you were brought up. But I tell everybody, don't be 100% masculine, and women, you don't have to be 100% feminine, because sometimes that masculine side to you, it helps you get a lot of things accomplished in this world. It helps you get the right job. It helps you move into the best neighborhood for you and your family. Okay, so let's get back to Shira's video.
So a lot of times, ladies, you might look pretty, you might have the weave, the makeup, the nails down, but if you don't have the femininity down and you're still cursing like a sailor and, getting tattoos on your face, that's going to be a problem, Another way is, making points like this, like, getting extra excited, like you're trying to talk to a football team. You don't do that.
She said, like you try to talk to a football team. That's funny.
It's too much. I've seen women and they're like, okay, this is very masculine. Like, who's gonna listen to that? I'm getting out of the way. You doing all of that.
Now, she is right, you guys, with some of the stuff that she says, but I feel like her message comes off a bit performative in the way of, oh, well, a woman is just always soft and always nice and, just... Do you see what I'm saying? I've seen other videos from her, is what I'm saying, where it's just like you're always this one way. Like, I think she has a video about being unbothered, and, that's very feminine. That's not feminine, being unbothered all the time. This is life. Shit is gonna bother you. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let it out. It's also okay to move forward and do something about the situation. So, you just have to take her advice and anybody, advice on YouTube with a grain of salt,
So, it's just a very masculine characteristic to be so big. Okay. Now, you can be big in a feminine way if that's just your personality, and maybe you were raised around a bunch of guys. Maybe you don't know any better, but it's not your fault if you, if you can change it. It's not your fault if you were raised by a bunch of guys or around a bunch of masculine women. It's not your fault. So if you don't know any better, then you can always learn. You know what I'm saying? You can go, you can go, well, look what gets more attention. Okay, that's bad attention. If you really want to grab someone's attention and change their mind, all you gotta do is, well, I don't really know about that.
See, what she's talking about to me is a bit performative, because I wouldn't do things, but I do see what she's saying. Be a little bit more softer in your approach to doing things. I could see what she's saying as far as that.
I don't think that that's correct. If you do that feminine energy right there, they're going to be like, well, what do you think? They're not going to argue with you. Because you're not arguing with them. You're just disagreeing and kind of being flirty and seductive at the same time. And so they want you to keep doing it. So they're going to ask you to speak. They're like, well, what do you think? And you're going to be like, well, I feel like, make some fake cleavage. Well, I feel like, it should be like this way and they're going to be listening to you because your feminine energy is drawing them in. It's electric. But if it's like they're tuning you out and wondering what you look like without that wig on, and if you look like their cousin, okay, Pookie.
She's stupid.
So, have you been to prison before? This is what they're asking. I wonder if she's been in jail before. So that's why, my hands hurt. That's why you don't do that, okay? Being over sexual is very masculine. Being sexy in a feminine way is different. But being over sexual, talking about male anatomy, female anatomy, how you want some, how you got some, and how it was so good and stuff. It's very masculine.
I do kind of agree with that. I see that all the time on Facebook, and it's always by the same women. Some of the women I came up with, and these are women, they're never like in relationships. They never can attract, a good man. They never can, and they look very pretty. Like she said, they got the weaves on, nails done. They really look nice, but just very loud, ghetto, and, always talking about sex all the time. Titties always out. Now, a pic or two with your titties out, to me, like I tell y'all, I'm not judgmental like that. A pic or two, you got a bikini on or a certain top, your breasts may be out a little bit, but like all your damn pictures, y'all know what I'm talking about. Titties is just out, ass always out, just, yeah.
Unladylike, basically. So when anyone says, oh, that's so unladylike, it's the same thing as saying you're just you're acting masculine, okay? So, also, your volume. If you talk loud, tone it down, okay? I know some people that talk so loud, you can hear them on the other side of the store. I'm like, oh no, oh Lord, one of them, so stop talking so loud. No one needs to hear your conversation that's on the other side of the store. Very masculine trait, okay? You're not speaking in an auditorium with no mic. Yes, being single will put you in that masculine state, but you can't get sucked in, okay? You really can't get sucked in, because then if you're trying to date and if you're, looking for someone, you're going to attract a feminine man. And not feminine as far as, being gay, but feminine as far as how he acts and what he needs in return.
That is very, very true. That's why I do feel like it is important for women to get a hold of, some of their masculine traits and just tone it down, especially if you are sick of attracting feminine men. Cause I know I done had my share, honey. And I was like, why am I attracting, certain guys? But see, the thing with me is I'm all about energy. It's not about you being, super alpha and you the man and you got all this money. And, I do like certain masculine traits. I do like for a man, if we're dating, I like for him to text me first, call me first. If we get into it, I want for him to apologize sometimes first. It shouldn't always, be on me, because when a woman feels like that, it basically encourages her to continue on to be masculine, right? And a lot of feminine men, they need to learn that. A lot of feminine men are repelling women, even masculine women. They're repelling them because it's like, you're not acting like a leader. A leader is somebody that leads, that's first, that don't mind apologizing first. I had a guy, it was always on me, you guys, when I was dating him, to apologize first. It was always on me to text for, that don't feel, no. It's not attractive. Don't nobody care about, how you look. A lot of these men feel like, man, I got a 6-pack, so that means I'm masculine. I'm in shape. I'm not fat. I got a job. It'd be all this basic stuff, with them. And it's like, it's not appealing because you're not acting like a man. You're not leading. Okay. You are to lead. And I even have a rule, with guys and dates and stuff. Like, I want the man to drive. Get your ass behind the wheel. Ain't nobody driving no damn man around. And no, it's certain stuff, guys, I just don't like. You all may feel different, but yeah, we definitely all need to have this conversation about masculine traits, female traits. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know, what you think about what some of Shira has to say, honey. We pretty much get the gist of where she's coming from. Now I want to play for you all my girl Deb Cooper. So let's get back on Auntie Deb, honey. Now I kind of like Deb's message better because I just feel like it's more realistic. And unlike Shira, she's not asking you to perform and talk like this and just because if you're really not like that, like a woman, it's not gonna work. You can perform and be fake for so long, but it's just not gonna work. I do feel, though, there are certain things you could do to soften, your masculine ways. Maybe not talking so damn loud, okay? Maybe not cursing so much. Maybe a word here or there. There's different things that you can do, and I really am not here for when Shira says, oh, well, let him be the man and talk about his accomplishments and it's all about him. And, no, both people should be able to shine in a relationship. If I'm proud of myself, I may mention it. We out at a get together somewhere. I expect for my man to be supportive, not for me to only support him because because he's a man and has a penis. What? Make that make sense.
Is a male construct in that males have assigned to women all the things that they didn't want to be. And they wrapped it up in this big pink bow and make it all sound like it's something positive for women to strive to be by giving themselves all the attributes of power and decisiveness and aggressiveness and assertiveness and strength and all that. They give all that stuff to themselves. So see, if you are a woman and you present yourself as having any of those qualities, they're going to automatically assume that you're not, quote, feminine. And I'm trying to find where the benefit is to being feminine, but maybe we'll talk about that on another video. So anyway, let's talk about this game here. This game of femininity and masculinity, because from my point of view, it's something that allows men to feel manly without actually doing anything.
See, they get to be that way by default because you have willingly adopted all these other behaviors. And it starts from childhood. We start getting socialized to be quiet, because that's supposed to be ladylike and dainty, right? So we have to suffer in silence and not speak up because, we're not supposed to yell. We're not supposed to say no and stop and those kind of things. We're taught that, we should stay in the house and take pride in knowing less than a man because they start.
And what did y'all just hear Shira say? Well, even if you know all the answers, act like you don't know them or don't say it, and you still shouldn't say it, and don't be a know-it-all. And see, I don't like all of that type of talk because to me, that's telling me you want me to dim my light for some damn man just simply because he has a penis. I was around this one guy one time and he was like, man, you need to let me be the man. Nigga, who's stopping you? Shit, I ain't got nothing to do with you being a man. If you're a man and you're confident and you're hardworking, responsible, you got your ish together, honey, what can Miss Robinson do to you? So, I'm not going to play this role so you could be the big ass hero in the end. That's just not what we're gonna do. Ain't no shortcuts over here. Okay? Shit, I work hard. You need to work hard. Okay? I'm responsible. You need to be responsible. I'm accountable. You need to be accountable. Period. I do not like men that talk like that. And to me, that man, he thought that he was masculine, right? He thought he was. A lot of them got that in their minds, you guys, that they think they're masculine and they're not. You're feminine as hell. Okay, all of this, let me be the man. Who's stopping you? Shit. Show up. Show out.
Drilling you with that nonsense too. Don't seem too smart. Don't let him know that you know more about it than he does and this and that. And I'm like, fuck that. If I know it, I'ma say it. And if you don't know it, then I suggest you learn it just like I did.
Come on, Deb. I love her. I love her so much. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to her YouTube channel, honey. Okay? I love me some Deb. Tell them.
And, then we're taught to obey our daddy, right? And then our husband. And then to submit to the husband. And to be nice even if it hurts you. And to sacrifice yourself for other people for their benefit from kids on up. So,
And that sound like, honey, what Martell wanted Melody to do, honey. Okay, but you ain't heard it from me.
The programming starts early. And all of these things are labeled feminine. And all these things are assigned to women, and all these things are something that we're supposed to assume are beneficial to us. And I'm just calling the bullshit flag on that one. But let's talk about...
All right, you guys, that's all I got to say, honey, in this video about masculine traits and feminine traits. Y'all let me know who y'all rocking with more when it comes to message. Are you rocking more with Shira? Are you rocking more with Deb? Or some of both? You felt like they both made some really good points. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe, honey. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.